has won 19 Emmy Awards for artistic excellence, performed for the past 5 presidents, been knighted by the French government, and in the last 10 years has performed for over 20 million people worldwide. He is David Copperfield. His success can be attributed to his childlike imagination, which continually inspires audiences to marvel.
I'm pretty lucky. I get to walk into a room and people are happy to see me, which is good.
David's life is infused with magic on stage and at home. 4 years ago, he bought an impressive 4-story penthouse in Midtown Manhattan with the intention of transforming it into his dream getaway. A vacation home that captured both his worldly taste and his boyish playfulness. He also knew it would take a lot of work.
It was such a fixer-upper. It was leaky, and it was a disaster, and everything was falling apart.
Because David is on tour for more than 300 days a year, he redecorated the 10,000-square-foot pied-à-terre in a most unusual way.
I did it all long distance, wherever I traveled. I was in China and Japan. My friends would send me samples of fabrics. Me and my girlfriend would check them out and make selections. In the meantime, can you take some pictures and email them to me right now? Cool, thanks. Over the internet, we get pictures of a day-by-day progress report, and it was pretty fun not to have to be here in the dust. Months later, it's transformed. What I tried to do is create a place that had the elements of the South Pacific and toys and all the culture that is New York. All my favorite things I could possibly recreate in one environment are here.
Although each room has a different look, a personal theme runs throughout.
The trick is to have everything have a sense of humor, be unusual and interesting, but still artistically make sense.
This philosophy is probably best displayed in his magnificent dual-level living room. A striking accent is a grouping of antique wooden artist models over the fireplace, including a form used by Impressionist painter Paul Cézanne.
Having the artist mannequins are visually beautiful, but it's interesting having them. Maybe more interesting than another piece of art. We have a guy crawling around the wall to get to all his friends in the center section over the fireplace. So everything, I think, has a sense of humor. Everything tells a story. These
models are also used to showcase some of David's more mischievous pieces.
I have another collection, which is initiation devices, all for initiations for lodges, Masonic lodges, and temples and things.
For example, this telephone sprays black powder at its unsuspecting victim, and this chair collapses upon impact with a surprising bang. But not every seat in David's house is a trick. Behind cherry-stained oak doors is a traditional library, reminiscent of a British men's club with its oak fireplace and comfortable leather chairs.
The library is pretty awesome. It's a very, very cozy room with a skylight in it. I keep some of my books there.
Shelves of rare magic manuscripts and an antique Wooten desk give this hideaway a formal look. But even here, David's whimsy shines through in the paintings of Belgian artist Thierry Poncelet.
He paints dog heads over existing portraits of other people. I love them because they also have a little sense of humor to them.
Bali is David's favorite spot in the world, so he turned his terrace into an island paradise. The pool room is outfitted with bamboo fans, yards of free-flowing shears, and a souvenir that honors his father.
In the pool room, there's some things from my travels. The horse is Bali. We call him High, which is my father's name, because he gets a lot of sun, and my father likes a lot of sun, so I'm the horse.
The master bedroom is an annex unto itself, with breathtaking 270-degree views. From this perch, David can see the banks of New Jersey where he grew up, across Central Park, and downtown to the Empire State Building.
The bedroom is really based on a machine-aged Manhattan kind of vibe. And we found at a flea market this very strange thing. It looks like a ticker tape machine. It's really a dentist, those kind of things that look like this amazing piece of sculpture.
But David's most prized pieces can be found on yet another floor, the arcade.
And I wanted to make a game room. So I started looking at game rooms, and I walked into somebody's house, and they had a couple of these old machines. Each of them was about 60 years old. And I said, I'm in big trouble now.
In just 3 years, he has collected over 120 penny arcade amusements, some of which date as far back as 1850. David enjoys refurbishing the games almost as much as he enjoys playing them.
I love, making believe I'm Harrison Ford as a carpenter, sanding the wood and staining it. And I love bringing it back to life and then sharing it. That whole process is an amazing way to have a hobby.
This is awesome.
I love playing with games and toys. I'm still a big kid, Every boy should have a bunch of toys.
Oh, yeah, this is good. That's funny. Hold on.
I love all the stuff that not growing up is about. And that's why I'm going to live forever.
Yet to David, the most exceptional feature of his House of Wonder isn't the perfume-dispensing plaster lady
Here, smell.
or the turn-of-the-century strength-testing boxer.
This place is really special because during the day you get these amazing views. And at night I get to have my lighting and isolated moments of activity by pointing the lights at certain places. So I really get a great balance.
Though David Copperfield will never reveal the tricks of his trade, there is one secret he's willing to divulge.
What's magical for me is watching people reacting to something that I've worked hard at, whether it be my work, whether it be the show that takes place in this environment. I think having fun with them is what it's all about.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Coming up, curl up in Vivica A. Fox's living room for a romantic serenade